BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. And there's more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC. And in between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino. All the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino action. So BetOnline, the game starts here. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack by using code K100 at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Well, plus too, when you saw that the wrestling audience, just the basic wrestling audience, grow during the wrestling wars, is that people are hearing about wrestling, and they're trying to choose. Okay, what's the difference between these two? What's the difference between WCW and WWE? For starters, watch these guys on WCW. The WWE doesn't have these, or WWF doesn't have these guys, so it was a good, it made it different. It made it competitive.
Plus, don't discount the impact of Disco Inferno Cruiserweight Champion, DI. That was also Cruiserweight division.
No, that is living proof that this business will never die.
Oh, yeah. There was funny, there's an old thing where Dave was analyzing, I first started analyzing ratings. In 98, during a period of very high ratings, for 5 to 6 weeks, I was the highest rated guy on TV.
Yeah, October
for a while,
October
right? Yeah.
So,
I was dude, and the funny thing was when they started doing the things Dave was shocked at the numbers. Really? Why is this guy
Yeah, not only that.
So you know what though? But think about that. What I did out there, I was a good soldier in the war against the Monday Night Wrestling war. It's I got good numbers against the competition. So what, it's funny, people could minimize my career and everything, but I thought I did my job pretty well,
And the thing that was striking.
Disco. We love you, and you did do your job very well. You obviously did. You did your job so well and created such a powerful character, you're never going to live it down.
Right.
But that was
everybody thinks that you are the character.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a fun character too. Not only that, and Joe probably has the numbers on this. I think he was in Joe. What was that thing that you always put up that he was the highest rated segment or whatever?
That's what we just talked about for 6.
The ratings analysis from it was an October '97 Observer, and Dave had categorized whose quarters consistently drew or lost viewers. And Disco was the number one for that month. And like Disco said in the article, he's like, yeah, the number one, the guy that keeps his numbers and increases numbers is actually Disco Inferno. And Dave's like, yeah, no, really. In the article. No, I swear, I can't figure it out either.
Everybody was surprised, right?
Yeah. So my favorite thing on Twitter is when someone will tweet Disco and say, you never drew a dime, whatever, and Disco will just tag me, and I just put up the article.
Eric, I want to talk about this. You were, I heard your take, and you were kind of underwhelmed with WrestleMania. But in the big picture, and me and Conan talked about this, and I'm asking if you felt the same way, is that when they were going into last year's WrestleMania, and everybody was saying, well, Cody's got to finish the story, Cody's got to go over, all right? And then I was like, I understand that, I get it. I go, but what happens the day after WrestleMania when Cody goes over? What is, is the business going to go, are we going to go flat, or is it going, bro, it just seems like since that time, the product there has been kind of underwhelming because kind of the bloodline split up. Cody, did the story that Roman had to go away, and leading into this WrestleMania, me and Conan looked at each night, the week before, there was only 3 or 4 matches we were even interested in seeing. Did you get the same vibe, like going into WrestleMania this year that we did? That wow, this is so much different than last year.
It did lack for me personally, and I'm going to be careful answering this because I want to be honest about it. Last year, I paid a lot more attention. I was dropping in on the shows every week, not for the entire episode, but I'd watch 20 minutes, maybe an hour, just to stay on top of what was going on. And then obviously track a lot of it in social media because it's really easy to keep up now.
100%.
You don't want to sit in front of a television. So I was pretty much engaged last year, and because of everything that's been going on for a couple months now, I've really not been engaged at all. I haven't had time to watch it on television, and I really haven't even followed much in social media. If you notice, I've hardly made any posts in the last couple of weeks. And when they do, they're for a reason, like my amateur wrestling stuff.
Right.
But so I was, timing wise, I was disengaged. And then when I did drop in, like especially watching the last night, it just seems to me that there wasn't quite as much anticipation going into this year. Something was amiss. And maybe it was the Rock, no Rock fumble that started. When did that start?
Well, he showed up. They did the turn in February. The scene.
Yeah.
So did the turn.
Because of the way that went down, I think everybody was anticipating how it might possibly end up. And then it seems like Rock kind of disengaged somewhere early on. So it's kind of stutter stepped out of the chute because the story stayed the same, but that moment just evaporated.
Did you work?
Except for the minds of the audience, right?
Did you work with Rock at all when you were running SmackDown?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Yeah.
I think I did when I was talent there early on.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I may have done a couple of interviews with him or a segment or two, but
Mm-hmm.
and I never really got to know him at all.
Got it.
Right.
MikeDurbin.com. You can get the WCW-esque Conan in that K-Dog Wolfpack style. Man, this Conan might be Bendy of the Year right now.
I told you. Yo. Let me speak on this. Mike Durbin Productions exclusive. Conan, I was the most impressed with Conan, man. It's like undercover Bendy of the Year. It's a really nice figure. The do-rag is freaking awesome in person. I love the exclusive with the WCW packaging. I love this one with the camo. It's really nice.
And I will say a figurine expert who went to TJ on Friday, Matt Cardona, put it over as being a good figurine as far as figurines go.
Yo, hold on, let me speak on this. Exclusive Mike Durbin Productions, K-Dog. Look at that, listen to K-Dog, keeping it 100, logo on the back, MikeDurbin.com. Get it right now. Low key might be Bendy of the Year. Go get it.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.